Hey everyone, I'm Rushlock, and this is Cable number 4. So in this issue, we have Cable facing off against Conquest directly, finally. First, the character Conquest is meeting up with the Tsar Rasputin of the time period, 20th century, who leads him straight to his palace and gives him the relic that he's looking for, which is another piece of the time sword. And then it flashes ahead 2 days to where Cable's been captured. Usually, by now, Conquest would have jumped to the next location for the next piece of the sword, but he decides to do something differently here and try to engage Cable and try to figure out why he's following him around and even how. Conquest has been aware of Cable's existence and him being behind him, but doesn't really know his motivations or methodologies and things like that, so it looks like he wants to find out how and why Cable is chasing after him through time. They have direct confrontation. Cable's all tied up with these metallic, semi-sentient cables, almost reminiscent of the Omega Red tentacles. But they have direct dialogue. Conquest asks Cable, why are you following me? Or how did you even know that I was up to anything in the first place? And Cable points out that there's been changes in the timeline and reality, and he doesn't understand how Conquest would even think that it wouldn't be noticed. So they have some dialogue back and forth, which is probably the most storytelling that's happened in this whole arc so far. There's like a single panel background for Conquest. He comes from an alternate timeline where he's conquered worlds, world after world, methodically, violently, and he's not being baited into a one-on-one fight with Cable, which is what Cable wants to do in this situation. Instead, he just orders his execution and wants to move on. Cable then busts out of the capture. I presume this was a ruse by Cable to get captured to draw out Conquest directly. They fight back and forth for a little while, and Cable, at least in this exchange, proves to be the better fighter. He tells him that Cable tells Conquest that he knows where the last piece of the sword is, and he'll see him there. And this time, Cable jumps ahead instead of Conquest jumping first. So Conquest is infuriated because he can't let Cable get to the last piece of the sword before he gets it. We get a panel after that with Cable showing up either in a prehistoric location or the Savage Land. I'm not sure which, but there are dinosaurs in the background and like a jungle-type terrain. So we'll find out with issue 5, which I believe is the conclusion of the Conquest storyline, and we'll find out what happens next. But as always, if you have questions, comments, experiences, or opinions that you want to share, please leave them in the comments down below. We'll see you with the next issue.